Hey guys, it's Mr. C and welcome back to your Saxon Math. Today we're doing lesson 106 and this is two-step equations. Now, for some of you, this is just going to be review because your teachers taught you to solve this way all along the way. This is the way most of us learned how to solve equations. So it's just going to act as a review. For some of you, however, this is a review that's really important because moving on to level 7, we're going to be doing a ton of this. So this is really good pre-teaching for next year, okay? So we're going to solve two-step equations today using substitution to check our answers. Woohoo! All right, it says since lessons 3 and 4, we've been doing this with one-step equations. And again, I think a lot of you have been doing two-step equations all along the way. So let's look at an example here. Here are our problems: 3n minus 1 equals 20. Now we see that there's multiple things we have to do to solve this. We'll start by thinking about what the equation means. When 1 subtracted from 3n, then it equals 20. So 3n has to equal 21, right? If 3n minus 1 is 20, then just 3n would equal 21. That kind of makes sense. Now, again, in the past, we've kind of done our two-step equation on this and added 1 to both sides, but we'll get to that in a minute. All right, so once we have 3n equals 21, 3n means 3 times n, so all we have to do is divide the 21 by 3, divide the 3n by 3, and we get n equals 7. Now the cool thing about these kinds of problems is we can check our work. So we look at it, 3n minus 1 equals 20, 3n equals 21, and n equals 7. That's the work we've done. To check it, all we have to do is plug the n equals 7, so we just replace the n with a 7. So 3 times 7 is 21, minus 1 equals 20. It totally works, woohoo! All right, so in this first example, it's a method for solving equations by inspection, by mentally calculating. So you can do that in your head, and in a problem like this, it's pretty easy to solve in our head. But the way we want you to do this moving forward, especially on the more complicated problems, is to isolate the variable. So here we look at 3n minus 1 equals 20 again, using inverse operations. That means in the first step, we'll take 3n minus 1 equals 20, and then we'll take the opposite of it. So instead of minus 1, we'll add 1 to both sides. It will keep it equal if we do it to both sides. So 3n minus 1 plus 1, that just leaves us with 3n. And then 20 plus 1 equals 21. We did that the first time, right? So this isn't anything brand new. We're just using our inverse operations for the second step. Then once we have 3n, we have to divide that by 3 to get n by itself. That's the variable, n. We want that all by itself on one side of the equal sign. So we divide by 3, and if we do it on one side, we have to do it on the other. So 3n divided by 3 equals n. 21 divided by 3 equals 7. Then we get n equals 7. It simplifies to both sides. That is the whole deal for this assignment, for this lesson. And so you just need to practice doing it by isolating the variable. And we isolate the variable by taking anything that's not the variable and using inverse operations to get rid of the extra stuff. So you'll be able to practice it. Here's your practice set, and you'll have a bunch of problems in this lesson where you can practice doing this. Good luck. Bye-bye.